The fire Pokemon has the reputation of being the strongest and most powerful and popular in the Pokemon universe. Maybe not powerful, but just popular. The best part about these red-hot Pokemon is that although they have several weaknesses, you can get over them in one way or another. Here's a list of some legendary fire Pokemon. Camerupt. The Camerupt is a unique fire and ground-type Pokemon that first appeared in Generation 3. It's known as the Eruption Pokemon by fans around the world, which is because of its massive volcano? Ooh, yes. What a volcano that it has inside of its body. Anyways, it has a massive volcano in its body in the form of humps. Magma with incredibly high temperature flows through this body of the Pokemon, and it erupts occasionally. This sprays out superheated magma. Camerupt also has Mega Evolution, which makes it available from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire onwards. It's also one of the best Fire-type Pokemon that a trainer can have in their team. Sure, don't expect this Pokemon to win you any matches, but they can handle a good amount of physical and special damage. It's got pretty average defensive stats. Chandelure. Chandelure is a must-have in every Pokemon trainer's party. This is because there aren't that many Ghost types or Fire types in the Pokemon universe that can help you out in battle and also change the course of the entire fight. Sure, this Pokemon has its fair share of weaknesses. This makes several trainers scared to go for them, but Chandelure goes above and beyond to tackle these problems. It's got special abilities like Magma Armor and Solid Rock. It even has a concealed ability called Anger Point. These can help immensely when you're in a life or death battle. The Magma Armor prevents Camerupt from being frozen to ice. The Solid Rock reduces a super effective move's power on Camerupt, thus making it very reliable. In addition to this, the Anger Point maximizes the Pokemon's attack stats when being hit by a critical hit. It also has great special attack stats. Its unique typing allows it to function as an offensive threat that's capable of fulfilling many different roles for a team. It's also highly immune to Seismic Toss. It can also bypass status with Substitute, and with its solid stab coverage, it can take on several defensive teams. Its immunity to normal and fighting type moves, and 7 different resistances in addition to that, make the Pokemon very rare. So if you ever find one in the wild, snag it if you're in search of a reliable addition to your team. Houndoom. This unique Fire-type Pokemon was first introduced in the 2nd generation. It's also one of the new Dark-type Pokemon introduced at the time. It's very much preferred by trainers regardless of their experience because of its great features and abilities. It is a canine-like Pokemon that looks similar to its pre-evolved form called Houndour. This creature has a body covered with black fur and a brown underbelly, but later on it becomes Mega Houndoom. This Pokemon outshines the original in both design and stat departments. It has red claws and a split fork-like tail. The horns also became longer and very curved. It has a high special attack. This allows it to capitalize off the Learn set, which makes it a great option for a lot of players. Its flares are very dangerous too. They have several toxins in them that can make fatal if you come into contact with them. You can also never be shared from its effects. As you can imagine, the Mega Houndoom's flares are much worse. They can burn their enemies and reduce them to nothing but a giant heap of ash in less than a few minutes. So make sure to add this Pokemon to your team if you ever come across it. Just say sit, come, stay. 'Cause dog stuff. Salazzle. Okay, we're gonna say that one 2 or 3 more times. Salazzle. Salazzle. That's just fun. This Fire-type Pokemon has great speeds and impressive special attack stats, but it's not easy to get out of it. Salazzle can evolve only from a female Salandit. Sorry. So it takes a bit of trial and error to get your hands on this. Salazzle is a slender Pokemon that has a reptilian nature which resembles a lizard. She's colored black and purple except for a pair of pink markings on her chest. The dangerous fact about Salazzle is that it produces toxic pheromones that can control any male, human, or Pokemon. Ooh! Trainers will have to put in a lot of time and effort to hunt down one of these creatures. After putting in a little bit of work and training, you've got yourself one of the best Fire-type Pokemon out there. But you gotta note that there isn't much to this Pokemon when it comes to the defense and special defense areas. But if the trainers are smart enough, they can utilize each of Salazzle's skills in the right situation, and they won't have any serious issues. The key is to use the best in the right matchups. Duh. Although Salazzle has a few weaknesses, it's able to resist attacks from 8 different types. Magmortar. The evolution cycle of this Pokemon was very well thought out, very structured. It wasn't first introduced to us in the form that we know today. In Generation 1, it made its first appearance as the Magby, which is a baby Pokemon. However, in the 2nd generation, the Magmortar was introduced. One of the biggest weaknesses of this creature is that it has very low defensive stats. It's barely above average. The base HP is also very mediocre, which isn't doing anything to help its case. However, the Magmortar will almost always attack first in a battle. It's so that it can take advantage of its incredibly high special attack. Fire Blast, Flamethrower, and Lava Plume all get Stab. and the potential to learn Solar Beam are all various special powers and skills that give it an edge over the other Pokemon. It also helps us overlook the weaknesses of the creature. Blaziken. This is one of the most popular Pokemon ever. That's for good reason too. When it comes to starters in the fire type, this Pokemon always stands out in the group, no matter how many new skills and, new Pokemons are added. The Blaziken is on a whole other level when it is Mega Evolved. The areas where this Pokemon stands out are in its attack and special attack. Since Blaziken is a fire and fighting type starter, it has a ton of flexibility within its learn set, which allows trainers to approach it in pretty much whatever way they want to maximize their results. The most outstanding part of this Pokemon is its determination and its willpower. The stronger Blaziken's foes are, the more determined that they are to defeat them. Every few years, their feathers burn off from repeated exposure to fire, but don't worry, softer, newer ones always grow in their place. These feathers are important because they help Blaziken regulate their body temperatures, so special care should be taken to ensure that they don't, use their fire powers until their feathers regrow, so take care of your Blazikens, everybody. It's definitely this species' amazing powers and speed that make it a valuable member of your team. Entei. This Pokemon is real tricky to catch. Many trainers put in their blood, their sweat, their tears to get a hold of them. They dedicate a lot of resources and time to ensure that this Pokemon is a part of their group, just like other legendary Pokemon. But it's a great strength and versatility that make him so demanded. Their high HP, the attacks, the speed, all of that puts them ahead of other Pokemon in their arena. Although the special attack of this species is much lower than their attack, don't underestimate them. They have some really special moves that'll blow your mind. Eruption and Fire Blast are two of them. The Sacred Fire makes the use of Entei's high attack and gets Stab alongside the two special heavy hitters. So if you're looking for a versatile yet strong Pokemon to take your team to great heights, don't forget to hunt these down. Ho. This Pokemon is a legendary dual fire and flying type. Unlike other Pokemon, which have this specialty and are plagued by several weaknesses, this one's a lot more well-rounded. It has a wide array of strengths that back it up. Although some trainers are quite hesitant to include Ho-Oh in their group because of its weakness to rock type, don't let that scare you off. Remember that this Pokemon is very immune to ground types. And they're also